Worse.
So we're talking about Mr. and it's on Prime, ain't it, y'all? But we're going to talk about Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I watched the first 2 episodes to kind of get a good idea of how the show is before we do an actual review on it. Before we even talk about it further, I do have to say this isn't what everybody thought. Even myself, I thought it was gonna be like more of the whole, Little Mermaid thing all over again. But no, this is more of a sequel than it is a remake.
I don't like remakes. Like most of the time, like I'm not like a big remake person.
No.
So the only way we would really do this is if like I was like, oh, I felt like the original left a lot up in the air. So like we could do like I was like, oh, this is very different in a lot of ways. I feel like the main core of it is still the same of just like it being about a relationship.
This can easily be a continuation of the story after the original film. It's been a while since I saw the film Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but from what I remember, they weren't like an actual spy couple. They were both individual spies, and I think the whole drama of the movie, of the film, was that they both found out that they both were spies, and they kind of was competing with each other in a way. But in this series, like as we see in the opening scene, there's more than one John and Jane Smith. So it seems more like an organization of a whole different types of couples, maybe all over the world. I don't know, I haven't got that far, so I'm pretty sure we'll figure out as we go. But by the opening scene and looking at the credits, we already know it's gonna be at least 3 other couples when it comes to the Jane and John Smiths. Y'all know that series, that reality series Married at, what is it? Married Blind or Married at First Sight, whatever it's called. This is what this reminds me of. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, that reality show on Netflix. It's basically pairing people that never met before and marrying them. So this is what we see with the Jane and the John Smith. We saw the interview process, and then we see them actually paired together. And even outside of the series, just like in reality, if you pair 2 people up together and have them spend a lot of time together, there's like no way a connection is not gonna be formed. It makes it more of a romantic series than a action or spy thriller, whatever you wanna call it, like series. And each episode is titled that way. So episode 1 is titled First Date, episode 2 is titled Second Date, and then episode 8, the finale, is titled The Breakup. So we're actually seeing these 2 strangers go from strangers to a legit relationship towards the end. And it's going to be very interesting to see how it's going to turn out in the end.
But one thing that we thought was important, honestly, like it wasn't really about like, I hate it when things just feel like they're for show. Like I was like, I didn't want it to be for show. We were like, we just want this show to have like a woman's perspective. Because I felt like the first one, like I felt like, lots of explosion, but I was like, if we're going to talk about relationships, I felt like it might be cool to have a woman's like narrative throughout the entire thing.
My prediction is I gotta rewatch the film, y'all, because I don't know if the film had a happy ending. I'm assuming it had a happy ending because it didn't seem like that type of movie to have like a dark, gloomy ending. So I'm assuming I gotta go back and watch it, y'all. But I'm assuming the film ended with the 2 working together and being more like a team. It's either because I don't feel like if that's how the film ended, I don't see them ending this series the exact same way. Like, both of them riding out to the sunset in the sunset together. My prediction is it's going to be a way darker ending, but still that sentimental, emotional ending. But 2 episodes in, man, I can't freaking wait to watch the next episodes. I purposely stopped just so I can make just my first impressions to let you guys know how it is so far if you want to check it out, if you haven't checked it out already. I do have a feeling that we're not going to see this couple. Whatever the ending is going to be, I do feel like, this is just my educated guess, I haven't actually seen it, y'all, but my guess is we're not going to see this couple again for season 2. But the way the story is and the way they got different John and Jane Smiths, it is possible we can get a season 2 but with a whole different couple. And if these two are still around, they can easily just add them in the story somehow, but still have to focus on these two new actors, which can be two other big name actors. Like think about Idris Elba pairing with somebody else. So it's a lot of possibilities there.